So today I've been working on writing up a new service I'm offering through my online shop, dib.digital.com/shop. It is a digital marketing consultation service that people are allowed to book with me. Basically, the idea is you can ask me anything you want within an hour or multiple hours if you want to book that. And as long as it's related to digital marketing, then I will bring my expertise, my 12 years of content creation and various other things. So SEO, social media, web design, email marketing, marketing strategy, photography, copywriting, content writing, digital art, all of it, all the information you want, maybe even some PPC too, why not? And you can ask me anything, no matter how complicated or simple, and I will be there with you to work it out. If I can't give you an answer off the top of my head, then it's still better than you just Googling sporadically on your own, because with my existing knowledge, we can normally work out what to do much faster. So I will be there to lend a hand in any way I can for the duration of the call. By the end, I'll be able to give you actionable next steps on what you can do, whether that is something you can do on your own, or if it's a service that you either want to hire me to do because you think it's beyond your scope of ability, or you can take this information away and get someone else who you feel would be more appropriate to work with, as there is no commitment long term. I'm calling it my all access hour, largely because I think power hour is just a bit cheesy and overused. But the idea is it gives you a way to get some marketing strategy without a big, massive financial long-term commitment for what was normally quite a small business I'm working with. Maybe you just want to use it so you can get an audit on what you're working on right now, or maybe you want some help with ideas generation or how to build out a certain piece of software for your business. Just literally anything you can think of, and I'll help you with it. Now, in order for this service to work, people need to be able to book slots at a time they want. A lot of people like Calendly and other paid services, but for my purposes, I can easily get away with a free service available via Google Meet. It's easy in Google Calendar to set up, and I'm going to show you how to do that now. So we're here on my Google Calendar account. We've made sure that this is the email that I want people to be able to book first. It's my business email, georgia@dib.digital.com, and not any of my other ones, because Google Calendar has separate associated emails for all of them. Now, when you go to create in your calendar, instead of just pressing the create button, you want to click this down arrow and go to appointment schedule. Now this allows you to set up a template that people can book in for you. So I'm going to go into my website and I'm going to get the product title so people know exactly what they're booking. And that's going to be the title of my appointment schedule. Appointment durations can last for 1 hour. People who book can actually add more than 1 hour at a time to their basket. They can have as big a quantity as they want. It's just I am only one human and can only go so long without set breaks. So I am setting it to people can only book 1 hour at a time and then 15-minute breaks. So if they want to have a 2-hour session, then they would need to allot 2 hours and 15 minutes. So in the middle, we can have a little 15-minute break, go to the bathroom, get a drink, get some snacks, have a little walk, screen break for your eyes. And that's the process. So we're going for 1 hour. My general availability, I tend to not want to have just big wide open availability because I like to time block and know that I'm going to have some time that's just to myself. And obviously I will have other commitments come up as and when. There is a feature where if you want to pay for the premium version of Google Meet, then you can integrate your other calendars to make sure there is no clashes. But I'm just going with the basic free version for this tutorial and for this service. So we want this to repeat weekly, and we're going to have from not 9 a.m. because I feel like I'm not my most useful at 9 a.m. Someone is screaming outside and it shouldn't be audible, but I don't know if it is audible. If they could shut the fuck up, it would be nice because it's a Wednesday. And now they're apologizing. Sorry. Now, because I'm not at my most productive and insightful at 9 a.m., I'm going to do everyone a favor and make the first slot available at 10:30, and then I'm going to set it to a little later at night where the latest they can book is 7 o'clock, and that's going to be my Monday hours. If something comes up where I regularly won't be available for this anymore, then I can just change it later and it's no problem. And I'm going to do the same for Tuesday, so 10:30 to 7 p.m. And then Wednesday we're going to have less availability. We're going to have a little break here. No Wednesday availability, so we definitely know what's going on. Thursday we're going to have a smaller window of just the morning time, so 10 a.m. to 12. And again, Friday we're going to have 10 a.m. till 1 o'clock. And if I get more demand in that time, then I'm going to start filling out and making it more available to people. Scheduling window, let's see. I'm going to make it to be available from next week. So I have time to mentally prepare for the people I'm going to be seeing. So available from next week, and it never ends. And then we can make sure that specific dates are blocked out so we can say we're not available. So for example, at 11 a.m. on the 30th, I know I'm not available. Now we get into the booked appointment settings. So we want to be able to have buffer time in between meetings. So we're going to have 15 minutes between every individual meeting. And because the idea of this service is it's only available to the one person who booked onto the session, I don't want to be bombarded by a million different stakeholders at a million different times. That is for them on their end to work out. I only can help satisfy one person's goal at a time. So to avoid bickering and deliberating in the middle of the time that just wastes everyone's time, then I'm going to not allow guests to invite others. You can set a maximum number of bookings per day. I'm just going to let them take the whole availability, and if someone wants to reschedule outside of the availability, then that is totally an option too. And then you see here the feature I mentioned about conflicting calendars. We only have my calendar for this account here, but you can add all the different ones if you have the paid options. Now if we click onto the next step, you see what the customer sees when they open the page. So this is how my identity will be displayed on the page. There's my name. You can manage the Google account photo and name, but it will just be the default what you have up here in your profile. Now, because people will be booking this through my website, I could add my own logo, but I don't necessarily feel the need to do that in this instance. Some people may be doing this to arrange their physical office hours, but I'm going to be doing it all through Google Meet video conferencing. So people will be sent a link on how to add a description that explains your service. Although people should already have read this, I'm going to go into my product description again. Now, because people have already seen all the instructions on the product description when they made the purchase, I am instead going to just put the please remember section visible so they know exactly the terms that they've agreed to and what can and cannot be done in the meeting. Now we have the booking form. This is something the customer will have to fill in once they try and book a slot. So we're going to require the first name, the last name, the email address, and now we're going to add an item. It's going to be a custom item, and I'm going to request the order number that they received on their purchase confirmation so I can check my schedule against who has actually paid for the service. If this link gets leaked somewhere, I'm not going to be randomly giving away my services to someone, and that is required. And then I'm going to add another item, another customer item. Please provide a brief description of what you would like to cover in this session. Is there anything specific you would like to achieve? Because then if someone actually sets a goal for you to fill in the time, then it gives you a good chance to actually be successful and have the customer feel like they walked away with a worthwhile investment. Ideally, they'll feel really satisfied that they've achieved their goal and come back again next time. This service actually has a little secret thing where if you complete 10 sessions, then you'll be invited to join an exclusive Discord channel where you can actually get pretty much on-demand service and ask me questions on the Discord channel, and then you have access to all the other people who can help you in the community who have also invested time in their marketing strategy and developing their general online skills. And that's again required. Booking confirmations and reminders. Everyone will receive a calendar invite in the associated email, and then when they accept it, it will appear on their Google Calendar. So now we're going to save that all set up. Now we're going to open the booking page, and this is how it displays. So if we jump to the next available date, then you'll see all the windows, and over time this will fill up. These are the notes, so please remember, pause if you want to read that. And if we click ahead, you'll see that it goes through for pretty much every week. Now, if you want to make any adjustments, you can just click on it in your calendar here, click on the edit button. And then, for example, I will change the scheduling window. So instead of people being able to book 60 days in advance, I'm going to make it so they can book 365 days in advance. So they can book up to a year if they want. Save that again, and we refresh the booking page and we jump to next year and people can book. What would be nice if someone booked every week for a year and then we just had a build upon build upon build session, and that would be so cool. And we could get into the real minutiae of it all, but that would be up to them to make that decision. Now, if we click on our service here and click share, we can either embed it in our website, so you can have a button with a pop-up, or you can have an inline booking page and the code is there that you can copy paste. So if I went into Elementor, I could get a HTML widget and place it in there. But instead, I'm going to get a link. I'm going to copy this link and I'm going to go back into my website product page on WordPress WooCommerce. And because I want this to only be available to people who have purchased my service, I'm going to go to my advanced settings in my simple product and go use this link to schedule your sessions, paste, and that will be emailed to them when they have completed the purchase. We're going to save this as a draft. And as soon as I've completed my product artwork, people will be able to book an hour with me for £100, or if they catch me on a nice little discount week, then they can maybe get it for £75. I said it for literally the first week it goes live to have a discount for £75. So if you catch this on the publication date, keep an eye out for that. Hopefully this tutorial has been useful to you. If you'd like to actually book a slot with me, then check out the link in my description below. Otherwise, keep an eye out for future uploads for content creation advice, follow along tutorials, possibly heavy judgment of some people's branding in the future, who knows. Thank you very much for your time. Have a nice day. Goodbye.